Since you have been teaching, how has classroom setting and curriculum changed due to the influence of technology?
Well, the obvious and probably the main thing is just the amount of information that it's opened up to students and teachers. You're not just limited to textbooks or other books or classes that you've taken in college. There's a whole world of knowledge that's out there that is available to teachers to glean resources from, and to students to supplement things they learn in the classroom. And so teachers also can use that, of course, sending students off to get additional information, expecting more of them. So I think it's improved the quality of work in education over the last 20 years. But the amount of information that students have access to and the things that they can do it has made for much better education and much better reports and projects.
It has evolved in different ways. Of course, the area that we're in right now is a Creative Learning Systems Smart Lab, so it is pretty much all based on technology. We also have incorporated airports, laptops, so that teachers can have technology at their fingertips. Now we're seeing iPods, phones, becoming a part of the technology trend. Right now in education, though, I would suggest that we're not proactive with that technology. We tend to want to be more regulatory with iPods and phones. I think that those pieces of technology are going to be a part of education. It's just a matter of figuring out the logistics of how they're going to play
a lot. Of course, I've been teaching since '86, so we started off with just typewriters. Now we have computers, and we have printers instead of just having the typewriters and the ditto machines, so that's changed a lot. How you save things has changed. Now everything's really easy access, and it needs to come up quick, and you need to save it right away, so it's changed rapidly, I think. Some of the things that I have is digital cameras. Those are new, where you get them right off the bat instead of having the little Polaroid things that come out, so those have changed. Cell phones, and even in classrooms, not in mine yet, but in a lot of classrooms in bigger places, they actually use their cell phones. So it's changed quite a bit.
What kind of technology do you use on a day-to-day basis?
A website called livebinders.com, which lets you organize folders with information. I use that a lot. There is, we have a Promethean smartboard in our room, and so I've used that quite a bit this year also, and Inspire software that goes with Promethean has been a nice touch. It's basically like a PowerPoint on steroids. I like that. With iMovie and YouTube, you can download stuff off YouTube and then cut it up the way you need it in iMovie. So you just need to use certain clips. You don't have to use the whole thing. It's very easy to get to that. So we do that a lot. With my middle school classes, we have 12 laptops in the room, and so the other day we had students working kind of on a traditional assignment, just pen and paper assignment. Half of them doing that, and the other half were on the internet looking up characters for a newscast we're going to try and make of the Battle of Gettysburg, and put that together. So it allows students to work on different things. It allows students of different abilities to work at their level and to find information at their level.
We use computers on a regular basis. Again, I'm in kind of a unique situation because we have access to 20-some computers. So I have 22 in my 6th period English class, so they all can have access to a computer. So if they want to word process whatever it is they're working on, they can do that. You don't have to have a computer to have quality education. It's just simply a tool to be used. And there are days when we don't
a lot. And I use an overhead projector that I have right there, and I project things up and they kind of follow along as we go. And so I'll use those two things. I use a flip cam a lot when I'm coaching, and then I just plug that into my laptop. We use digital cameras. We use, like all the software on the computers. So mainly the computers, DVD players.
As technology continues to evolve, how do you see education changing in the future?
I think virtual classrooms only go so far. I know there's some interactivity there, but just that face-to-face interaction and that discussion and that conversation is what you miss out the most in that. Even if you're texting or even if someone's standing there and you're beaming it out to 20 or 30 classrooms at a time, there's just too many students to have that contact like that. But I do think that will go, especially in rural areas. One of the biggest things that I've seen with this technology grant is collaboration. We have teachers who are Skyping in. We had a conference in Manhattan, and we had a teacher in Colby Skyping into the conference and participating in the conference that way. I know of teachers that have Skyped in their classrooms and had classrooms working together from different parts of the United States. And there's a lady from South Central Kansas who's kind of developed a relationship with a classroom in Africa. And so they have done things for each other, with each other, via the computer, which is cool.
Yeah.
Textbooks are going to go pretty soon, and I think that'd be a great thing. Get them online, have everything online, iPad formats so students, and Mr. Ross was talking the other day about he could see in a few years, I guess 10 years, maybe issuing students an iPad. I think all lesson plans, everything is eventually going to go online, so students can do it not only in the classroom, but at home, on vacation.
With the financial situation right now for the state of Kansas, I think that number one, it could become even worse. I think that some of our politicians would like to see the 1992 budget lines put into effect, which would make an incredible difference in how we would conduct business. I think technology also has increased the amount of homeschooling. And again, I will say, as far as public education, I think that the use of phones, especially, are something that we need to latch onto and be proactive with, rather than trying to constantly regulate their use. Have a couple of virtual classes right now that are offered at Colby High School, and we do have some students, I think, that have taken advantage of that. My experience with virtual education, online learning, I've taken 3 courses online. Of the 3, one was excellent. It was absolutely excellent. It was through the University of Denver. The other 2 were pathetic. I had instructors that met with you the first day in a Skype type situation, and basically that was the last we heard of them unless we had a question. I think what people don't understand with virtual education is that it is 10 times more work than a classroom.
Especially with our state and the budget that they're doing, cutting the budget so much. To me, it almost makes it sound like they want everything to go online, and that they want kids to be able to learn everything through the internet. And I don't know if that will eventually happen. I know that we even offer some online courses through Mrs. Clark-Biker. So is that a possibility? Yeah, I think it could be. The downfall to that would be the activities. The kids wouldn't be able to interact, and that interaction is important for youth to grow. So I think that's gonna change. Will it happen soon? Probably not, because I think they still need that kind of social atmosphere. But it definitely could happen in the future.
Obviously, technology is here to stay, and although the future is uncertain, we know that Colby, Kansas can be connected through the world.